Hello everybody, my name is Anonymous Kerber and today we are gonna play, I'm still new to this, we're gonna be reacting to 20 TV conspiracy theories that turn out to be true. Make sure to subscribe and watch Mojo, is that his name? WatchMojo.com. Subscribe to that channel and subscribe to my channel and keep on watching my channel. I'll try to upload every single day on YouTube in like a couple weeks, days, I don't know. I'll be going onto Twitch and then TikTok and then other platforms. But until then, we're just gonna stick to YouTube. Okay, let's start.
Respect. No respect. Now get out.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're examining the most amazing conspiracy theories in the TV industry
Follow
that actually
Patrick.
had an element of truth.
How old are you?
I am 25 years old, Mr. Cowell.
Alright, and why are you here, Ed?
To try out for American Idol.
Number 20, the show was rigged. Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Which one are we going to hear today?
The Legend of the Lucky Pig of Amelia Earhart.
90s kids might remember Legends of the Hidden Temple, a game show which briefly ran on Nickelodeon based around stunts, mythology, and treasure hunting. However, the Temple Run, the show's final and most iconic segment, was often so complex and confusing that many contestants struggled to make it to the prize within the given time limit. This led to some speculation that the show was rigged, and, well, yeah, pretty much. The host, Kirk Fogg, basically admitted as much to The Great Big Story, claiming,
Producers were only allowed to give out 8 championships a year, so there was a budget. And that's the truth of that.
dang, budget's getting in the way of fun. Number 19, the contestants get teaching, Survivor.
You'll climb over, crawl under, maneuver around those obstacles as you make your way to the finish.
For the most part, Survivor is the real deal. But like all reality shows, there is a little bit of editing trickery. Before challenges, Jeff quickly goes through the course and explains to the contestants what they need to do. He then tells them to get into position, and the challenge begins. However, it always goes so smoothly that some started thinking, hang on, there's no way the contestants remembered all of that. They don't. According to Today, both Jeff and the game's constructor walked through the challenge with the players, explaining each section in detail and even allowing the tribes to strategize. Of course, they just don't film that part.
Alright, we'll rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Get started.
Number 18, suddenly killed off Susan, Seinfeld.
She expired.
Are you sure?
May 16th, 1996 was kind of a weird day for Seinfeld fans. That's when George's fiancée, Susan, suddenly ups and dies after licking a number of toxic envelopes. Seriously, she just gets sick and keels over in a matter of seconds. The bizarre and abrupt ending to the story arc was controversial, and some speculated that it wasn't entirely a creative decision. This was confirmed when Jason Alexander appeared on The Howard Stern Show and claimed that actress Heidi Swedberg was difficult to work with. He revealed that many cast members had problems playing off her, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus made a comment about killing off Susan. Larry David loved the idea, and the
That
rest is
hairline's
sitcom
playing
history.
off her.
I can't do it! Help me, Joe! Help me! Why don't you just break it off with her? Tell her it's over!
Number 17. John Amos randomly disappears. Good times.
We regret to inform you that your husband, James Evans, was killed in an automobile.
It's a bold choice to kill off your main character via letter. That was what fans of Good Times got when they and the Evans family learned that James had been killed in a car accident. Talk about an anticlimactic goodbye. Naturally, this led some fans to speculate that something fishy was going on behind the scenes. The official word was that Amos left to pursue a film career, but viewers weren't buying it. It was Amos himself who revealed the truth, claiming that he had been fired owing to repeated arguments with the producers and for openly criticizing the show's direction. Amos hated the increasing emphasis on JJ's comedic shenanigans, which he felt undermined the realistic tone of the series.
I'll put it this way, I wasn't very tactful in my complaints about the script or the script points.
Number 16, the Ingram Incident. Who wants to be a millionaire?
I'm
Me?
80% of the time I'm wrong when I guess.
I wanna be a millionaire.
No, I got Craig David. Yeah.
British Army Major Charles
Can I
Ingram
be
was
a
the third
millionaire?
contestant to win the top prize
No,
on the
I
British
can't.
version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. During his appearance on the show,
No,
Ingram
I
struggled with
can't.
many of the questions, but then seemed to make a series of improbable correct guesses,
I
leading the
can't.
producers to suspect that something was amiss. They were so suspicious that they refused to hand over the
If you
money
get that
and launched an
personation,
official
you're
investigation.
good. You're good.
While reviewing the footage, they found that someone would cough when the correct answer was said. Sometimes it came from a waiting contestant, Tequin Wittig, and other times from Ingram's wife, who was watching in the audience. All three were officially charged, receiving fines and suspended prison sentences.
He then went for A1. Then, because I actually rather lost the plot of his thinking then.
Number 15. Much of the show is planned in
It's
advance.
Pawn
Pawn
Stars.
So this is it. The OJ Bronco.
As viewers have long suspected, Pawn Stars engages in a lot of behind-the-scenes trickery. People
Yeah,
don't just
because
waltz
they're
into the
Pawn
uber-busy store, sell that King Arthur sword they had laying around, and walk out rich. Pawn Stars isn't exactly scripted, and many of the items and sellers are indeed authentic, but they don't just walk in. They are vetted by the producers beforehand, and guests are
Well,
kicked out
yeah,
of the store
because
to
they don't
film the
just
pre-planned
randomly
segments
appear
using
straight
background
when you
extras.
record.
This process often requires
It's not like
multiple
a game
takes,
or
and the
something.
guests are often coached on how to behave on camera. Executive producer Brent Montgomery also told the cast members to
I
buy
wouldn't
items they
go
otherwise
there
wouldn't
then.
have in order to make good TV.
250. You know what? I'm gonna give you 250 just because of the story you told me. Thanks, man.
Number 14. Patrick Dempsey's departure. Grey's Anatomy.
Patrick Dempsey, and more on his shocking
Not
departure
Grey's
from Grey's Anatomy
Anatomy.
and stunned fans.
It was this medical drama that made Patrick Dempsey a star, so it was kind of odd when he suddenly up and left in April 2015. He claimed that he wanted to spend more time with his family, but some fans thought there were ulterior motives. They were somewhat vindicated in 2021 when the book, How to Save a Life, was published. While it's true that Dempsey left over scheduling issues, that wasn't the whole story. The book's authors reveal that Dempsey turned into a nightmare, often terrorizing the set and bringing up HR issues. They also claim that some cast members had all sorts of PTSD with him. The details are murky, but his behavior led to his
Ooh
swift
la
exit from the series.
la.
So we're kissing, but we're not dating.
Ooh. Tiki tiki
Number
tiki
13.
tata.
There's no shopping involved. House Hunters.
What I've got for us is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Okay.
just a few blocks from the elementary school.
Oh, that's good.
This enduringly popular show sees a couple touring a number of houses, typically 3, and then choosing one to buy.
I
But as many have
wanna
long
live in
suspected,
these
there's not actually much
houses.
money to be found on House Hunters. People involved with the show have come forward throughout the years, claiming that they had already purchased their house before appearing on the show. Producers typically
I
have
actually
them tour their
like
own recent
I like
home,
house tours.
along with 2 other
My
random houses they have no
next video
intention
in a
of
couple
buying.
minutes is
These
gonna
houses
be
are often volunteer homes,
in
Airbnb
yeah in a
rentals,
couple minutes
and even
and-
places belonging to
or
friends of
after
the cast
this
and crew.
video
After touring all
ends,
3
like
houses, the couple then chooses their
40
own in a
minutes
station
after
being
this,
filmed for the camera.
20
Definitely like the
I'm
character of the
gonna
50s style.
do a
And that dog park for Baxter, that would be
reacting
so
video
convenient.
If he
to
could just find a way to walk himself there, it'd be perfect.
Number 12. Jeffrey DeMunn was loyal to Frank Darabont, The Walking
to
Dead.
Dale?
like a watching video.
Shane
Moving
took him
on.
down to the quarry. There was some mighty bold talk about catching frogs.
It's not rare for shows
Frogs.
to diverge from their source material, but this one had many curious aspects that had fans raising their
I
eyebrows.
liked
Jeffrey
this guy.
DeMunn's Dale Horvath was killed off in a rather abrupt manner, and long before his print counterpart died in the comics. This was a rather curious decision, but it also coincided with the controversial departure of showrunner Frank Darabont, who was fired over budgetary disagreements. As DeMunn is a regular in Darabont's films, viewers
Green
knew
Mile,
the timing wasn't
The
just a
Mist.
crazy coincidence. Back in 2018, DeMunn confirmed the theory to Cleveland.com, stating that he quit the show after Darabont was fired.
Sorry, brother.
Number 11, The Bill Cosby Problem. The Cosby Show.
This is what they created, so we wouldn't have to hear this in the house.
This sitcom helped define the 1980s with its topical themes, cozy atmosphere, and lead performance of Bill Cosby, who grew to be known as America's dad. But there was an intense underlying darkness circulating the show, even if many people didn't want to believe it. Rumors swirled that Cosby had a
I would
history of
want
sexual
that,
violence,
because
a
my
history
back
that
hurts.
stretched back 20 years to
I
the
have back
mid-60s. Women like Joan
Probably because I
Tarshish
have a
and
bad
Wendy Williams
posture.
made reference to Cosby's sketchy history while the show was still
Yeah.
airing, and the tabloid National
he's
Enquirer ran
fingering.
stories about the allegations. However, these claims were largely ignored. It wasn't until 2014 that Cosby's downfall truly began, and we can never return to The Cosby Show in the same way.
So I dust the article off, and I talk about it in my Dish the Dirt segment, with the Wake Up Club. I was part of a, club.
Number 10, Ending on bad terms, Sex in the City. Carrie Bradshaw and Samantha Jones were a breakthrough for female friendship on TV.
No, I'm fine.
I'm moving to the city.
Come on. You gotta do better than that.
Sadly, that dynamic was plagued by rumors
I'm
of
moving to
tensions
that
between
city.
Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, especially over salary.
I need to get it on there. No, we're not endorsing
Some water
this.
on my face, and then I'm going home. And I will not be judged by you or society.
These rumors were confirmed after the series finale. Pay disputes even factored into the show's end. Fans thus suspected that Samantha was written out of the revival series, and just like that, out of spite. Well, Parker later announced that Cattrall wasn't even invited to return. It was simply understood that she wouldn't be interested after begrudgingly doing 2 Sex and the City movies. Luckily for fans, Cattrall made an appearance in the second season of
Hey,
And
if
Just
you
Like
get paid,
That. Whether Samantha is here to stay may still depend on Cattrall and Parker.
then you should be interested.
Tough.
Especially how much
Number
actors
9,
get paid.
Izzy's Tumor, Grey's Anatomy.
I would be an actor
Medical
if they
residents
paid
were
me.
known to work unhealthy
Paid me
hours.
to be an
Apparently,
obnoxious
so are medical
idiot.
show casts. Playing Dr. Izzy Stevens on Grey's
that's what I
Anatomy,
am, an
actress Katherine
obnoxious
Heigl was
idiot.
termed difficult to work with and regularly spoke out against onerous working
That
conditions.
talks too much.
Alex! Hey! You shouldn't be out here. Dr.
Nah.
Birthday's
Back off, please.
In 2008, she withdrew her name from Emmy consideration because she felt her role was underwritten. So the following season, Izzy was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Co-star James Pickens Jr. soon confirmed popular suspicions that this arc was written to keep Heigl in line.
My hair's starting to fall out.
You still look good.
Izzy just happened to make a remarkable recovery after Heigl's contract negotiations. Her on-set antics still got her axed after season 6, but she's now more critical of her own behavior than the show.
I'm gonna come back.
I'm so glad.
It's like it never happened.
Number 8, Fake Cash, Cash Cab. The fast-paced quiz show Cash Cab played to the fantasy that anyone could win big at any moment. Riders in the Cab won money from host Ben Bailey based on correct answers to a series of questions.
Congratulations. Here's your $3,000.
Many viewers assumed that contestants' winnings didn't actually come in cash. Sure enough, the dollar bills that winners flashed at the camera were props. They later received their prize money by mailed checks for tax purposes. That is, if they didn't void their winnings by divulging production secrets.
Congratulations, you guys. You were great. Nice to meet you, man.
Cash Cab was serious about its illusions. Some contestants have even defied the NDA to reveal that they were recruited before entering Bailey's taxi. But the prop bills perfectly reflect how Cash Cab is deceptive down to the title.
All right, congratulations, ladies. Here's your $1,200.
So it's
Number
not
7.
cash.
Sometimes you gotta
It's
go.
not really a cab.
Cheers. Carla Tortelli's abrasive personality is more endearing to Cheers fans than the show's characters. The single mother's lonely days seemed over when she married Eddie LeBecq, until he died in a freak Zamboni accident.
Can't go to graduation, huh?
No, he can't.
What's the excuse?
He's dead.
This dark and bizarre twist was so removed from Cheers' tone that viewers suspected
So
vindictiveness
random.
behind it. Eddie's actor Jay Thomas had jokingly lamented kissing Rhea Perlman on a radio show he hosted. He himself theorized that this comment got him fired.
I say, let's get on with the honeymoon, eh?
In 2006, a writer on the show revealed that Perlman did in fact have Eddie written off to spite Thomas. Eddie was even posthumously outed as a polygamous con man. Though Thomas claimed he meant to insult Carla rather than her actress, he should have watched his words.
I'm Eddie's poor grieving widow.
It's impossible. See this?
Yeah? Well, see this?
Number 6, Leno steals the show. The Tonight Show with
Jay
Jay
Leno.
With NBC's Late Night with David Letterman considered a worthy lead-in from Johnny Carson, Letterman was poised to succeed Carson upon his retirement in 1992. Instead, comedian Jay Leno took over The Tonight Show. This sparked enormous controversy among audiences and within the industry.
Let's see how you all feel in 30 years.
As Leno had become Carson's resident guest host, many suspected a backroom deal to oust Letterman. It wasn't until the 2021 docuseries, The Story of Late Night, when it was revealed that Leno really did have a secret succession contract.
Jay Leno had just signed a new deal that guaranteed Jay The Tonight Show whenever Johnny stepped down.
Letterman's conflicts with NBC executives actually cinched this deal. Though Leno overcame his initial ratings slump to become as big as CBS's Letterman, the two have been feuding ever since Leno's deal was just speculation.
Very scary
And from that day
face.
on, Jay Leno and The Tonight Show are number one. The late night crown is back at NBC.
Number 5, Good Guy Gordon. Hell's Kitchen.
Hey,
Rexy, this is painful. Who just gave me that? Who cooked that?
Me,
Gordon
chef.
Ramsay is hailed as one of the most popular chefs in the world
Me,
and
chef.
one of the biggest jerks on TV. Especially in its American adaptation, Ramsay hosts the aptly named Hell's Kitchen with deliciously diabolical intensity.
Look at me. I got one big message for you. Hey, you. Get out.
Many fans are skeptical that he's really bringing that much heat. He's notably more reserved on such other shows as MasterChef. True, Ramsay has a share of views with other celebrity chefs, but his TV
So,
apprentices assert that he's a great and patient
get mad at
mentor.
me for
He
that
also has a
text,
reputation of being devoted to family, philanthropy, and
voice caption
fans.
normal.
The caricature of his
Average.
perfectionism is just an entertaining alter ego. As cranky as Ramsay does get when his restaurants lag in quality, he clearly takes his brand seriously.
Hello, was your best service? What do you mean?
Number 4, the
High
puppy
five
episode.
me next,
Ellen.
chef.
As a 90s sitcom star, Ellen DeGeneres was a popular figure, but also the subject of rampant rumors about her sexuality. There was intense speculation about whether she was gay, and if her personal orientation would have any effect on her sitcom's character.
What if I said something shocking to you, like my whole life has been a lie, and I'm really left-handed?
The strict secrecy surrounding production of the cryptically named Puppy episode led many to suspect something big. Indeed, the episode followed Ellen Morgan's realization that she's gay.
Susan, I'm gay.
Perhaps not so coincidentally, DeGeneres herself came out on the cover of Time magazine at about the time the episode aired. Sadly, the backlash and boycotts resulted in Ellen's cancellation the next year. ABC's important breakthrough was soured by the refusal to fight for it.
For the first time in my life, I feel comfortable with myself.
Number 3, So Bad It's Good TV, American Idol. It's no secret that American Idol hopefuls have mere seconds to wow scouts and producers in a series of preliminary auditions. The real mystery is how a lot of so-called singers get past that round.
You're so freaking
You ever want to know
cute.
why I block out the pie? This
Always
is why I
in the
block
one
out the
spot
pie.
that I
just
can't
found
scratch
what may be
it.
the biggest YouTube hack of 2024.
Skip.
It's called Pie, and it actually made me start
Skip.
watching.
The popular theory was that the producers included some of the worst auditions for comic relief. Indeed, American Idol's strange or downright terrible singers are such a phenomenon that televised auditions were arranged around that trope.
She bangs, oh baby, when she moves, she moves.
However, out of concern that this tradition was exploitative, producer Trish Kinane ended it with the show's 2018 revival. American Idol is popular and entertaining enough without having to publicly humiliate people.
I'll tell you goodnight, close the door.
That's good.
Number 2, Playing Matchmaker, The Bachelor. Romance on The Bachelor tends to be polarizing. It's also meticulously manufactured. Producers plan
Why are
dates,
they in a
arrange
shark
interactions,
outfit?
and basically keep the cast trapped. Cynics have long suspected that even The Bachelor's decisions are predetermined.
Taylor, will you accept this rose?
In 2018,
Imagine
former
them
executive
saying,
producer
"I
Scott
will
Jeffries
not."
confirmed that contestants really are advanced or eliminated partially based on audience response. Contestant turned
It'd be
Bachelorette
crazy
Ali
to say they
Fedotowsky
wouldn't.
claimed that this practice extends to the spin-offs.
Absolutely.
There are assurances that producers only completely control how rose ceremonies play out, and that their influence on stars declines as the competition progresses. Of course, the unfair pressure placed on these courtships is well documented. Directly or indirectly, Bachelor Nation's controversial love stories give too much agency to off-screen cupids.
Will you accept this rose?
How long is this video?
Before we continue, be
Dang,
sure to
it's
subscribe
only
to our
been
channel and ring the bell to get notified about our
freaking
latest
8
videos. You have the
What
option to be
the-
notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, The Quiz Show Scandal, 21.
Can
Quiz
you
shows were
sub
popular
for
TV
me?
programs in the 1950s. NBC's 21 was a big hit, especially for the rivalry between Charles Van Doren and Herbert Stempel. A defeated Stempel later upended public perception of the show by claiming that it was extensively staged.
Then you win $20,000. Congratulations.
On top of confirming that 21 contestants were given answers and choreographed for drama, congressional investigations discovered that most quiz shows were rigged. The scandal was so immense that it basically killed the genre. Jeopardy revived it in '64 with gameplay that made it hard to cheat. Still, after being immortalized by Robert Redford's quiz show, the 1950s rigging trend is considered one of the most scandalous TV conspiracies ever. That is, among the ones we know of.
Thank you for being a wonderful contestant.
Do you have any more theories about famous TV shows? Let us hear them in the comments below.
You're wonderful.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's Family Guy. Family Guy is the real world. This is all conspiracy. We're in the Matrix. We're in the Simpsons universe. We don't even know it yet. But the Family Guy universe. They put it in cartoons to make it sound fake, to make us think it's fake. But yeah, so thank you. Subscribe to WatchMojo.com. Subscribe to me. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Husband and a
Sorry, I'll just say goodbye. Goodbye. Holy crap, I loaded